Okay, so one more thing about for loops. So I know we talked about while loops. You can do a loop where, let's say, you wanted to give a player 5 different turns. We could do a while loop like this. We'll first define a variable x equals 0, or you could say x equals 1, whatever. But then we say while x is less than 5. Remember your semicolon and enter. And then I don't know, whatever code you want to put in there. Right now I'm just going to say print x so you can see what my program's doing. And then every round, every time we go through, we want to add 1 to x. So we have the first round, the second round, the third round, and the fourth round, and then our last round. Okay, so plus equals 1. X plus equals 1. Okay, so let's come down here and run our code and make sure it works. Okay, so I got to print it. So 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But since we included 0, that gives us 5 rounds, right? And then it ended. Okay, so if you had code in there, that would have repeated the code 5 times. Like it would have asked for a number 5 times, or it would have asked for a question 5 times, or just given you 5 chances, right? Well, you can actually do the same thing with for loops, and some people think this is a lot easier. You just say for x in, and then you give it a range. Okay, so we could say range of 6. Now I'm going to print this out so you can see what's happening here. I want you guys to follow along on this. So here we go. Let's print that. Oops, I spelled range wrong and the computer didn't like it. R-A-N-G-E. Okay, so we printed it. Notice what printed out here. So for x in range of 6, that means we went through it the first time, which was 0, and then we had a 1, and then a 2, and a 3, a 4, and a 5, okay? So since we included 0, that gave us 6 rounds. So if we wanted just 5 rounds, we could just say for x in range 5, okay? And it's going to go through this 5 times. See how it went through there 5 times. So I'm going to stop printing. I'm going to say something else here. Print. I'm going to say okay. So, well, we're not going to do that quite yet. Well, okay, here we go. So we're going to say x equals, please enter a number, and then we're going to print the number you entered is, so if you want to print words that you're saying and also a variable, you just put a comma between the two. So let's try that. Please enter a number, 3. It's going to say the number you entered is 3. It's going to have you enter another number, 5. Number you entered is 5. Okay, 10. The number you entered is 10, and so on. You guys get the idea. Now this is going to go on until we get to 5 turns, and then it's going to be done. So that's another use of a for loop. And a lot of people think this is a lot easier than using a while loop for something like that. They like using for loops when you already know the number of times or the number of iterations you want to have. So, good job. That's it for today. Tomorrow I'll go through functions, and good luck working on your modules.